Exclusive. Britney Spears' family say they fear she is on METH and will die like Amy Winehouse. Father of her boys, Kevin Federline, says loved ones are terrified. She is on the Breaking Bad drug. Son Preston says, I hope she'll listen to us before it's too late. I think we all do, Preston, because this has been going on for way too long. And yeah, I said it 6 months ago. I called it. And I hate saying I told you so. But hey, guys, I freaking told you so. And you're like, oh, you can't believe any media. It's all fake news. It's like, this has been coming out more and more and more. You got to start taking it in. It's just the way it is. For those hoping the end of Britney Spears' conservatorship would mark the beginning of a new chapter of happiness and stability for the singer, the past 18 months have proved challenging. Well, yes, they have actually, for everyone involved. Since November 21, when the 13-year arrangement to control her financial and personal affairs was lifted, she has documented her freedom in a torrent of highly emotional social media messages, many of them semi-naked. It's funny that this article says semi-naked because there were many out there of her absolutely naked and pulling her bum cheeks apart so you can see a freckle. I'm just telling you. It's been blurred out on Instagram, but god dang. Yeah, I think these articles are actually being quite nice. The often bizarre post led to fears the 41-year-old is fragile, damaged by the years in which others controlled her life, and perhaps plagued by her mental health issues, which first led to the conservatorship. And then all the Free Britney people, they don't believe she ever should have been put in a conservatorship. But by the way, it saved her life, and I believe she was in it for far too long. I really do. She's been institutionalized. You let someone free after being in jail for 13 years, they don't know what to do with themselves. And this is what I think has happened. But today, Britney is she's in an extremely dangerous place. They tell me her drug taking has resumed, which with some in her family claiming she is now hooked on crystal Breaking Bad drug, the highly addictive derivative made notorious in the Breaking Bad series. I think we all know what that is. The meth ain't methin', baby. And I said this in the amount of pure, unadulterated hate I got in saying that Britney's on something. Whether it's prescription, whether it's flakka, whether it's meth, whatever. She's on something because she's acting deranged. But the hate that I got has pushed me to actually turn off my comments for a very long time because I'm tired of reading it. Sometimes I have 60 comments of just pure, unadulterated hate. And I'm like, it's just not good for anyone's mental health. I'll start taking meth if I don't turn my comments off. You feel me? You dig? But after spending 9 months working with the wider Spears family, Britney's parents, her brother, her former husband, and her children for a new documentary, I'm sorry to say the situation is more deeply troubling than even we had suggested. That's right. And remember, there was huge parts of that documentary cut out, and I reckon that's what it was. I honestly do, because that documentary that they did with Kevin and the boys, there was a lot of stuff missing, and all that was really said was, we love you, mum, we want you to get better, but they never said get better from what, which made people think it was just mental illness and she wasn't taking her meds. So it's also very interesting that not only did she stop taking her meds, she started taking street drugs, as I said months ago, because she just doesn't look good, man. She has makeup dripping off her face. Her hair is so unclean. Everything about her just doesn't seem right. And so many Free Britney people are like, oh my God, you know that's a deep fake. You know that's a body double. And way back, almost 2 years ago, I was like, maybe it is, because this person we're seeing is so unattractive and so unhinged. How could it be Britney? I mean, how? She just didn't look like her. But I think the reason why she is actually locked up, not allowed out in public is because they're trying to protect her image. And it's like Bam Margera, Charlie Sheen, they didn't have these people around them protecting them. And they were out in public acting like absolute lunatics. And this is why I now realize that Britney is locked up in the house. Yes, she is. But for her own good, for her own safety, all of that. So let's just hope that everyone can pull their brains together and realize that you are enabling her. The Free Britney nutters, you are enabling her to keep going in saying you look gorgeous, all of those things. And it's funny, her comments have been turned off for quite some time. And I think that whoever's in charge of her Instagram did that because the amount of, oh my God, you look so gorgeous, oh my God, all of that just kept her going, yeah, I don't look that bad. I don't look that bad. Look at all these comments. People are saying how gorgeous I am. And I'd be like, nah, you look real bad. You look like bring her out, sister. But then you turned into bring her out, and this is who we're seeing. So, you know how she got married to Shama Boy. Well, we haven't seen him for some time. And there has been many discussions of them divorcing, which would make sense because when he was with Britney for all those years, she was medicated. Her mood stabilizers were helping her to stay calm. So he met a different Britney. When the conservatorship ended, however, she started abusing many other things. And it wasn't just coffee or Red Bull, as they said a while back, which I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, man, coffee and Red Bull can't make you act this mental for this long. And the repetitiveness of her posts, the same shit, different day. Her spinning in the foyer, her spinning, her modeling, her saying outrageous things, which started to make me think this has been going on for far too long for it to be this whole smoke and mirrors game of team conservatorship, trying to get her back in the conservatorship so they can make money from her. And I'm not saying that the parents were awesome. I'm not saying people didn't take advantage of her. But the music industry, have you heard how many people are taken advantage of? Look at Tay-Tay. Tay-Tay had to go and record every single one of her songs because they wouldn't give her the masters. So Taylor Swift, little sweet Taylor Swift, who loves pussycats, she went and recorded every single one of her songs she's ever made because they took advantage of her and they wouldn't give her the masters. So forget about that. Don't mix issues up. And that's why I had to turn my comments off, because people just say big sweeping statements all the time like, oh, but you said this last week. Oh, but you said this last year. Well, it's like, you got to move with the times, man. I'm not the frickin' news. I'm me. I'm KL Cool. And this is why you watch me, for my opinion, not because I am a newsreader sitting there reading a teleprompter. Yes, I give you the facts of what's going on, and then I give you my opinion. It's as easy as that. But there's so many stupidos out there that they can't wrap their tiny little peanut brains around that concept. So this is why I've had to turn the comments off. And if you want to make a comment, I've still got everything I post over on Instagram. If you want to let your hate out on those, feel free, because I will block your ass real fast. You feel me? You dig? Because it is not good for anyone's mental state. And yes, I have hundreds of videos, which means I get hundreds of messages every day. And sadly, very sadly, most of them are hateful. I get some really lovely, kind ones from my buddies. You know who you are. And I generally would reply to you because I appreciated your kindness. But the hate has overtaken, and the kindness is like fallen by the wayside, because it's like my mental state can't hack it. Hey, you go and make your Britney videos and leave your comments on and see what happens. Unless you're a free Britney nut job like Sloan and Sebastian Photo and all those losers, if you want to keep your comments on, if you want to go and, talk to them about how cruel everyone is and that everyone's taking advantage of Britney. She's imprisoned. Go and comment on their videos because they're saying exactly what you say. I'm not. So this is why I've had to put my koala foot down. You feel me? I mean, look at this chick. Her, and they go, oh my God, why do her teeth change shape all the time? Because the meth ain't methin'. That's why. Ah, God. It's really simple. Why would her sons not talk to her for a year? Free Britney, people. I've read thousands of comments. Oh my God, they've brainwashed them. I'm sorry. You can't brainwash kids into hating their mother. It's not that easy because at the end of the day, if she's a good woman and she loves them and they have fun together, they're still going to love her. But if she's a nut job, walking around naked, taking meth all day, well, yeah, they're going to dislike her. But at the end of the day, she needs help. This video here, I don't even know if that's Sam because it doesn't look like him. But then again, he probably uses 1,000 filters to make himself look all toned. But he ain't toned, son. But anyways, Britney in the boots. Why does she wear boots? Is it because she's wearing an ankle bracelet? And I'm not saying because she's been jailed. I'm saying because they can keep track of her like a naughty, naughty little doggy, you know? This is my theory. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the plot thickens, and I'm glad that they're saying that the media and the family, everyone needs to start saying the full-blown truth on Britney Spears so the enabling stops and she can get better because the world loves this woman. We don't want her to go down in, you know, a blaze of glory of meth, do we? Nah. Anyways, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will see you at the top. Bye! Cheers, ballers!
How it feel, how it feel, feels so real. How it feel, how it feel, how it feel, and that feels so real. How it feel, how it feel, how it feel.